Hello everyone, welcome back to Susie Saves. I am Susie, and August is officially over, which is crazy. It feels like this year is flying by. But at the end of every month, we go and we look at what exactly we've spent this month. This is when we spent it, what category we spent it. I'm more looking at like the full amount we've spent over the month, just to make sure that it's in the proper range. So technically for the year, I think we have a goal of spending less than $24,000, which we did last year. I think we were over by $500 last year, which is not a lot considering it's spread out throughout the year, but we are looking pretty good for this year. So we keep wanting to do these and make sure that basically we're on track for our goals. So if you're interested in what I spent this month, come along with us and join in the fun. So, on the first, I paid for 3 different things. We have rent, obviously, because it's the first. We get our rent pulled on the first. I had to buy gas. And then we ate out at a sushi place. So, this is for home. This is gas. And this is eating out. Dining is what we call it now. We've switched that. So our rent is $800 a month. This is going to be different next month because we are going to be paying our part of the electricity bill. So we'll see how much that is. I plan to put $50 a week away towards it because for some reason it's like real expensive. So we do live in a bigger house, so it just is what it is, but we'll see what that comes to. And then hopefully, if it's too high, we can always, do some stuff to use some less electricity. So, all right, that first gas payment was $37. And the dining out cost us $55, which is really not bad for the place that we went, because I really like that place. On that next day, the second, we had we call it a chip date. So I'll put chip date. Where basically we go to our local Mexican restaurant and we just ordered chips and queso and salsa and we just sit there and eat a whole bunch of it. That was $15 because tip well. We're not there for too long, but you always tip regardless. The day after that, we went and got groceries. And we were over on our grocery budget. It was $62. I've been talking about this. We'll see how it looks as we continue through the month, but we have been over on this budget, I think, every time this month. So I've been debating raising this budget up to maybe 70, maybe 75. I haven't decided yet, but I think something should be done there to try and help us make sure we're reaching our goals and staying on budget, even if that's raising the budget a little bit. And then we actually ate out again at that same Mexican joint. We had a full meal there. It was $35. Then we did nothing until that, I guess this would be that next weekend, where we bought a whole bunch of stuff. So, looks like 5 things. So this is because I separate things into the different categories. If they were all in one category, I would just do one lump sum. So we had to go and buy gas again. This is not surprising. My commute is pretty large, so our gas this time was $36. Then we went to the grocery store. And this grocery trip, it was over again. Yep, it was $74. We went and got a new cat toy for our furry friends. That was $7. And then we had to buy deodorant. And we bought a Brita filter because ours had one out. And both of these are in the health category, because you cannot eat deodorant or Brita filters, so we don't put them in grocery. The deodorant was $13 and the Brita filter was $25, but we got, I think, 4 Brita filters, and I think even the deodorant, I think, was I think it was a 2-pack, but they last long, so I'm not worried about those numbers. Then we waited a few more days on the 13th, and we had lunch. It just says lunch. Oh, this is me. I went, yeah. We went to, I ate lunch out with my coworkers. And we went to just like a little cafe place. That was $10. I was like, why is it only $10? Because if it's the two of us, it would be more than that, tell you that. And then the weekend again, we went and got groceries. We normally get groceries on Saturdays. It's the only day where me and my husband are both off. And that was on budget. That was exactly $60. So we're still going at like up to the budget, so not a great sign there. And while we were there, I also went and picked up more protein shakes. So though these can be drunk, they are health related, and that was $25. Then it was time to get gas again, which, like I said, not surprising. May have, see, gas 8 days later. 8 days later, no, that might be right. I was like, did we skip a gas payment? But I don't think so. And that was $31. Now we do have some stuff in this month that is specific to this month, which is what we're about to get into. So on the 20th, I had my yearly gynecology appointment. And I've talked about this a little bit, but I don't have health insurance at the moment. My job is contract, so it's not offered to me. And I got carried off my parents when I turned 26. So this was paid out of pocket. The original down payment was $141, but I think I got billed again for another $50. So I'll be paying that this next month coming up. And then we bought a whole bunch of stuff on this day too. So on the 22nd, must have been a Saturday, because we went, our internet came through. We went and got groceries. I got put on new medication when I went to the doctor. And then I bought creatine, which is the supplement I take, pardon me. So internet is a house fund. Groceries. And then medicine and my supplements are both a health fund. I talked about this in my cash stuffing, but we spent a lot out of the health folder this week. So internet, I have it as 91. I don't know if it went back up or if it was actually 85, but I need to look at that. Groceries were over again at 75. So yeah, I'm thinking about raising it to 75 and taking $15 out of the miscellaneous fund, because that fund's just been getting rolled over anyway. The creatine was $20 and my medicine cost me $34, which is way less than what it was costing me, so I'm hoping that it works out. Then we went out to eat. That next week, I had a Japanese place near us. And that was $55. So all in all, really not bad. And then it has been 2 weeks, so I had to rebuy protein shakes on the 27th. And they were not on sale that week. I really should have stocked up, but I didn't, so it was $35. Then that next day, I stopped on my way home from work because my husband wanted some extra ingredients. For his biryani rice. And those were $10. It was just like some tomatoes, extra onion, and the actual basmati rice, I think, was what that was. And then I did gas again. The gas I'm seeing lasts longer than I thought it did. And that was $37. And then it became Saturday one last time because it was a magic week, so got an extra weekend, Friday or whatever in there. And we got groceries. And that was $75, so we were up again that last week. So 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 10th, 11, 12, 14, 16, that's 10, 18, 19, 21, 24, 25, 26, 29. Was there 31 days? Yes, so 18 no spend days. And our total for this month was... So the total for this month is $1,858, which is great. Like I said, with our $24,000 a year, we give ourselves, that's $2,000 a month. So we are under that, so we're looking golden. I do think it's important to go back and look at all this stuff because especially like we've been having this problem with our groceries and stuff like that. So it's always good to go back and make sure that like things are adding up the way that you think they are and you're not maybe accidentally leaking money from somewhere or something like that. This also reminded me that I got that bill that I need to pay. So just little things like that I think are really important to keep up on. But I'm super excited to get through the month of September and do our Q3 review and start talking about Q4 and just, I don't know, it's been very exciting this year and so I'm excited. But I hope you all are having a fantastic Wednesday and I will see you on Friday. Is that true? What day? Saturday? Saturday for the budget closeout for this week, and then we can start talking about September and how we're gonna pay for some of the new expenses coming up and all that stuff. So if you would like to be there, please like and subscribe. I would appreciate it, and I'll see you then. Have a good day, everyone.